everybody. Alright, this will be your last time you'll hear the song, alright? The man is free tomorrow. This will be your last time. Sorry, Ahmad.
Hey everybody, once again the Shadow back with SA Vinyl DJs at the Shadow Studios in Cape Town, Belleville, Cape Town, and we're always talking about the Belleville issue. I want to say good afternoon to everybody. I want to say welcome, and today of course was going to be a special show, but unfortunately our special guest that was going to be here this afternoon fell ill in the week and will not be able to make it. So that's right, this week we were going to feature DJ Russell Connolly, the Love Muscle, as everybody knows him in Cape Town, but unfortunately he fell ill in the week. On Wednesday, let us know. We obviously holding thumbs for him to get better. A little bit of bronchitis, and we sending him our well wishes from SA Vinyl DJs this afternoon. But not to worry, we're still doing the vinyl DJ thing. Russell sends love and regards to everybody on WhatsApp. And he says, Zach, please tell the people that I will definitely be on the show as soon as I feel better. And we commiserate with the fact that he's not here, because it would have been an awesome show. And we can't wait for him to obviously be back on SA Vinyl DJs. In the meantime, we've got a interesting show lined up for you this afternoon. It's a little bit back to front. We've asked our official resident DJ, Mr. Abrams, to come and join Mr. Abrams and Mr. Abrams once again. So it's a triple A show this afternoon, guys, that we're having here on SA Vinyl DJs. And of course, late as usual, our my selector Mokan, he'll be with us after the vinyl set, or during the vinyl set. And then obviously there's a discussion that we're going to be having afterwards. A couple of announcements that we're going to be making that are quite important. You know, make sure that you stay tuned after the vinyl set. And obviously we're going to be talking about some important facts about vinyl DJs, vinyl, where it's heading, what it's doing in Cape Town. And of course there's one or two scores that have got to be settled straight after the set. Good afternoon, Richie.
Hi, afternoon, Jack.
Nice to have you back, brother. How are you doing?
Yeah, man, I must be honored to be back in less than a month.
Well, look, you're the official resident DJ of SA Vinyl DJs.
Okay.
So you know, as it stands. So I gotta say to you, ons moet maar op diens wees, meneer, as ons op diens is, you know.
Is this like a Abrams thing, a family thing?
That's it. It's an Abrams thing. It's a family thing. I want to say good afternoon to my producer, DJ Noisy Boy, who's at Abrams. He's with us once again and will be with us for the rest of the year. And of course, I also want to say thank our sponsors, ACOM Reliable Branding and Printing Solutions. They bring us, you know, all the graphics, all the artwork, etc. And you can get hold of them on www.ai.com.co.za. You know, just click on the URL, go to the website for any inquiries, for all your branding needs. They're the kings of branding out this side of the world. And of course, to SA Music Library, the official sponsor of this. Download the app, get it from the Google Store as well as the Apple iStore. I can say to you that the app downloads are increasing, and I can tell you now the numbers are good. So there's going to be some special surprises coming up over the next few months. Make sure that you get it on your phone, tell your buddy and tell your family and tell your brother and your sister all about it. I also want to say to you, visit savinyldjs.co.za. The website's under construction, will be done within the next month. And you know, obviously follow our YouTube channel. You know, be a pal, ring the bell on our YouTube channel. Subscribe, like us. you can comment on our YouTube channel, and then obviously let us know. You can also watch older and previous episodes or reruns on the YouTube channel, as well as if you download the app, you get special versions of the reruns called Video on Demand. Go to the SA Vinyl DJ section on SA Music Library, and then obviously click on any of the episodes at special edits of the previous episodes that took place. Richie, what
Yes.
you got in store for us this afternoon, brother?
I brought along some early to mid 80s.
Okay.
So
Okay, is it before the Space Odyssey or after the Space Odyssey?
I'd say before.
Before.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. So we're not going to spoil the set when Russell comes to SA Vinyl DJs.
Nah, I don't think so.
Okay, great stuff, great stuff. Excuse me, we'll be back, of course, on SA Vinyl DJs, and I need to say to you guys, there's a big discussion that's going to be had after the vinyl set being done by Richie. Thank you very much for standing in for Russell, Richie,
Pleasure.
and we'll be back right after this.
Milli Vanilli, Mr. Musami, how are you?
I'm in love with you, girl, 'cause you're on my mind. You're the one I think about most every time. And when you crack a smile and everything you do, don't you understand, girl, this love is true. You're so sick and hand long, sweet and thin. That kind of like a blessing up on your skin. It lightens up my day, and that's also true. Together we're one, separated we're two. To make it all mine is my desire. 'Cause you contain a quality that I admire. You put it plain and simple, you rule my world, so try to understand. I'm in love, girl. I'm so in love, girl. I'm just in love, girl. And this is true.
Girl, you know it's true.
I love you.
Special of Milli Vanilli.
Yes, you know it's true.
I love you. Certain things, girl, I can't explain. My emotion starts up when I hear your name. Maybe your sweet, sweet voice was ringing my ears. Stimulate my senses, girl, when you are near. And with your positive emotion, love, making and joy, that's no need to bust it. It's like a girl and a boy. These feelings I get, I often wonder why. So I thought I might discuss this, girl, just you and I. And this relationship, am I asking too much? And when you're tired, you can, you just don't trust. Just take a second to think what has to be done. I'll pop for you too, but girl, together we're one. Now what you wear, I don't care how you dress it before. The reason that I like you, girl, is for what you are. If I said it, think about it, you rule my world, so try to understand. I'm in love, girl. I'm so in love, girl. I'm just in love, girl. And this is true.
Girl, you
Yeah,
know
special welcome to Tasneem as well as Firio. Comes from Zunay and Babe.
yes, you know it's true.
I love you.
Yeah, dedication unto Sunday comes from Richard. He says we must have a fucking Joe like this again.
Yes, you know it's true. Girl, you know it's true.
complicated. Why'd I have to taste it? 'Cause it's much too good to waste it. So baby, let me love you. I'll place no one above you. 'Cause I'm hooked, babe, on your love. Just because I just had to wet my whistle. When I kissed your lips, girl, I couldn't get it. I had to wet my whistle.
Getting away. You thought you had a need, didn't you? is what he's got. That's what he's got. Let's dance and shout.
Now let me see, you got your Cartier watch, you got your Louis Vuitton bags, you got your Armani jackets. Now take those Gucci shoes and walk on out of here. Goodbye, boy. You sucker, you. Boy, you knock me off my feet. 6, 7, 9, 8. Down and counting. Never thought you'd be so sweet. You said it started failing. Let's make our dreams reality tonight. We were burning with desire all night long. We found the fire of love. When I woke up wanting more, you were sneaking out the door in clothes. Darling, all I love is fair, but you didn't play it square with me. Down and counting. Boy, you knocked me off my feet. 6, 7, 9, 8. Down and counting. 'Cause you caught me fast asleep. On 7 days and 7 nights, equals 7 rounds of fight with you. And counting. It's a struggle for control. I will never sell my soul for you. I was living on my dream. You were working on your schemes of love. You can leave the parties over, 'cause this love is going nowhere at all. Down and counting. Boy, you gotta feel my teeth. 6, 7, 9, 8. Down and counting. I will bring you to your knees. Down and counting. Boy, you knock me off my feet. 6, 7, 9, 8. Down and counting. 'Cause you caught me fast asleep. You know I've been paying the rent. I've been buying you your clothes. And all the time you was running around with them women. Well, I'll tell you one thing. You can go, but leave the dog.
We back with SA Vinyl DJs. We're just waiting for that transition to happen there, obviously. And then we will say thank you to the one, the only DJ Richie, the official DJ today, apparently. Official DJ of SA Vinyl DJs,
Vinyl
the resident
DJs,
DJ.
the resident DJ,
Am I,
yeah.
am I making K now or what?
No, I think Richie actually needs to come on board permanently. There's space on the couch here. I'm getting lonely.
Oh,
on the
is
side,
it?
So yeah.
Look who's talking. First time, Jack.
yes.
What's going to happen? What steps going to be taken to people that comes late? Late comes.
Well, look, I don't know. We gotta get. I tell you what. Let's get the people. let's get the viewers and the listeners to vote on that.
Okay.
They can send us messages. You can send us messages on SA Music Library. Of course, go to the SA Vinyl DJ section and click on Video on Demand. Obviously, follow our YouTube channel. You can comment there. Send us some messages. Tell us what we need to do with latecomers. You know, what do we do with latecomers?
I think we need to excuse him this time because I know yesterday was Women's Day. So
Oh, okay,
Time
that's
is-
right. That's right.
he's still
Women's Day.
tired,
I
man.
forgot
He's
about
tired.
that. Yeah.
Actually, I wasn't late. I was monitoring.
Oh, you were monitoring. Okay. All right. So once again, I want to say welcome back to SA Vinyl DJs on the platform SA Music Library. We want to say thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching. Richie, great set there. I want to also say to my sponsors, ACOM Reliable Branding and Printing Solutions, thank you for the input. And of course, we want to again reiterate that the website is called savinyldjs.co.za. It's still under construction. Will be done in about a month, according to my web developer. And then after that, we'll have a comment section. You can like, share us on YouTube. Be a pal, ring the bell. I want to tell you that. Richie,
yes,
nice set, man.
thanks, man. I'm always
You know,
telling
I gotta say to you, Raben, you know, that's like I have the 12-inch. Okay,
Yeah.
I just never play that version.
you
I,
should-
and I need to say to you, it was quite surprising because I was like, oh, okay. And then you came with the Noel Silent Morning. I know that Russell will play the other side.
Yeah, he can play the
when,
flip side,
when he
yeah.
comes. Okay. And then obviously there were some Thompson twins in there. No Sarah.
Yeah.
No Sarah. No, that's Russell's number. We say.
Flip side.
He can
there's
play
a
the flip side as well.
Yeah, he's gonna play the flip side. Yeah. And then of course one of my all-time favorites is John Rocker. Okay. I like the cover. I like the record. You know, I've unfortunately got the local pressing. I think it is. Am I right, Mo?
I don't know.
Thank you to my selector Mo Khan for joining us once again on SA Vinyl DJs. Right here, I want to say to you, brother, there's the one with the green label and the orange label. Is that the local pressing?
I can't remember offhand which one
Is
the
it?
logo. I don't think you've got the logo.
Okay, so he's late and he can't remember.
No.
In fact, I don't even recall seeing that record. I know you've got Once Upon a Time.
No. What?
Which is, and that's the import that you've got.
Yes.
But not I Want to Be Real.
No, I've got I Want to Be Real. I know I've got it because I like it. I like that song. Don't tell me what to do, please.
You obviously hid it away from me.
Of course, today would have been a special day for us, and it is a special day for us. We've got Vinyl Richie with us, obviously without the curls and the lips. But I need to say to you, he played a wonderful set right here on SA Vinyl DJs. And then also, we were expecting to have Russell Connolly over. Unfortunately, he's fallen ill in the week, and we send him our well wishes. We want everybody out there, if you're on Facebook, on the Russell's group, send him your well wishes, etc. And then you know, he's also saying to everybody, don't worry, I'm going to be on SA Vinyl DJs. You know, let me just get better, and then we'll give him a date. And definitely, Russell, I want to say to you, it is a date. I also want to say to the rest of the guys out there that are going to feature on SA Vinyl DJs is you don't necessarily have to bring your own vinyl. So don't panic, Owens. There's a lot of vinyl here. My selector's right here. He's late, but he's here. So I need to say that to you, okay? And then the question I wanted to ask you, Richie, you know, with regard to the set.
Yes.
I mean, this is obviously the second time that you've appeared on SA Vinyl DJs. Okay, and as the official resident DJ of SA Vinyl DJs, okay, I'm sure Shiraz and them heard that on for Retro Rewind.
Trouble again.
You know, just do me a favor, guys. Listen to Retro Rewind 89.5 tomorrow morning. Okay, my friend Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch. They're gonna be on tomorrow morning.
When are you inviting
Okay.
Marky?
Spoke to him early on, and he said he will
Marky.
definitely be making a turn. He's just got to speak to Siraj tomorrow morning. Okay, and
Who's
then
Siraj? I only know Kaz, man. I don't know Siraj.
no, I call him Siraj, like in the wine,
Like a
you know,
wine.
like a fine wine. So I need to always say to you guys that you need to listen to those guys. They also push vinyl DJs, and big ups to them. I mean, what a show! I listen to it every Sunday morning. Make sure you tune in. You know, post your messages on Facebook and say hi to the Kaz man, of course, a good friend of mine. And you know, obviously, for me, it's got a little bit more sentimental value than that, and I'll explore all that in one of our episodes coming up. But in the meantime, I want to just say, so the second time you've appeared, Richie, you
Yeah.
know, and obviously you do old school sets.
Correct.
Okay, but is Richie Abrams or Vinyl Richie? Is he specifically married to old school sets? I mean, how far up the calendar can you go? I mean, would you be able to do a 2000 set, or I mean, do you know?
Obvious. I mean, if it's on turntables, I'll do it.
Okay, there we go. no, I'm just asking because I mean,
Yeah.
obviously, you know, there's a trend in vinyl collecting going towards
Yeah.
the funk and the disco. I don't know if you agree with me on that, Mo.
The thing is,
I mean, all the guys that I know are looking for the funk
no,
and
a
disco.
lot of guys are also rediscovering the old gems, and that's probably why they're looking for it.
Okay.
But then also, if you listen to the new music, man,
Yes.
the on the one hand you've got, I mean, during the week, I viewed like a lot of clips of recent festivals, international festivals.
Okay.
And if you close your eyes and just listen to the music, you're gonna think it's the kind of stuff that was played at that place that I played at
Okay.
in the early 90s.
Okay,
man.
okay.
It's exactly the same sound. So you got that techno madness on the one hand.
Yes.
And on the other hand, you got the funk and disco influence into new music, man, and re-edits of old songs, man. Now if you watch the some of the clips of Myram and Nigel and JP
Okay.
and John Slingers playing
Yes.
at Drizzle 2 weeks ago.
Yes.
That's the kind of stuff that they were playing, man.
Yes.
So the sound is there, and I don't find it sort of unusual that people are looking for the older stuff.
Okay. What I find interesting is that, you know, in the old days, I don't know if you agree with me, Richie, is that we used to aspire to have the latest music.
That's correct. Yeah.
But what's happening is in the vinyl community, I think, is that the guys are, you know, I get more requests on my side. Have I got double copies of older stuff, of funk stuff? I mean, I don't know if you agree with me on that. I mean, you know, if I were to take, let's say, like my 2000 shelf, say, to 05 to 2010,
Yeah.
basically, or 04 to 2010, and give you 15 of those records. Look, I'm sure you'd be able to beat match it.
Yeah.
But I mean, is it something that ordinarily that you would take out of your own collection and play? I mean, is it something you do enjoy? I mean, the that era or
Funk. I prefer funk to play funk and stuff
Okay.
like I play now.
okay,
this evening.
which is the stuff that you grew up on then, I suppose.
Funk
Yeah,
mostly.
yeah.
Funk, yeah.
Okay.
I have a lot of 90s at home. I will gladly swap it for some old funk that I'm still looking for. So
Okay.
I will advertise sometime. Don't worry.
Okay,
I have a lot
guys,
of
there
90s.
you have it. I mean, Ashton Perenzi is looking for 90s. I
Mm.
know that.
Okay.
You know, so there you have it. You know, you can do that.
90s is like if a lot of guys 90s, like I think a lot of guys became DJs in the 90s, man. More so than in the 80s.
Really?
Yeah, and maybe it was because of access to music. Suddenly it was a bit easier than standing in the
Okay.
queue. at night time.
I'm not saying that to be funny. It's just that I was living in a box in the 90s, so.
No, that
Yeah,
was
so-
just my observation.
Yes.
Suddenly there was like a lot of guys that came through.
Yes,
man. And
yes.
a lot of those guys are still floating around. They're still active.
Okay.
And that could be why
Why there's the
there's a
resurgence in
demand
the 90s club
90s
music?
stuff. Yeah.
Specifically Cape Town clubs or Joburg clubs? What do you guys think?
I can't really comment on what's happening up north. I haven't been in touch with.
Okay,
the
so
guys
so
in the scene.
so what's happening up north is we're going to get back to that, and I need to say to you guys, obviously, that what's happening up north in Joburg, we've got some big news regarding that. But we're going to be right back after this break. In the meantime, we'd like to say thank you to our sponsors, ACOM, Reliable Branding and Printing Solutions, and obviously SA Music Library. Download the app from the App Store, from the Google Play Store, and make sure that you click on SA Vinyl DJs, and video on demand is available, as well as a live stream every Saturday afternoon right here with my selector, Mo Khan, as well as our brand new, spanking new, clean resident DJ, Richie Abrams. It's a triple A this afternoon. We've got DJ Noisy Boy, as well as Vinyl Richie, and of course the Shadow. It's a triple A edition this afternoon. We'll be back in 30 seconds right after this break and a word from our sponsors.
Remix, The Eve of War.
We back on SA Vinyl DJs, and I want to say to you guys, of course, we on the app SA Music Library, live and direct onto your cell phone or your mobile device every Saturday afternoon. Download the app, as well as click on SA Vinyl DJs, and make sure that you live stream us every Saturday afternoon, or you can go to video on demand and check out previous episodes. Of course, guys, we need to say to you that my selector Mo Khan, as always, with me, and of course our official clean, squeaky clean resident DJ, Mr. Abrams, right next to me, or shall I say Vinyl Richie. Guys, there's a topic that I really want to touch on. I must tell that. I must say that to you. And I mean, does it matter, you know, as a vinyl DJ, what turntables, what mixer you have? I mean, is it a necessity to have a Rain 72 and a set of SL1210s and an Autofon needle? And I mean, what's your thoughts on that?
Personally, I think it depends on what you want to do. If you're just happy throwing a decent mix in, maybe just a good pair of turntables and a solid mixer, plain and simple solid mixer, might be sufficient for you. If you want to take your game to a different level, then maybe you'll need different equipment. And then of course there's an element of personal preference as well. Like we like the SL12 1200 and 1210 Mark II specifically. There are other guys that are using Stanton turntables, Denon turntables, and they're quite happy. And then of course there's the stylus preference. Now, I mean, we know every stylus has, and every cartridge has different audio qualities, and it also has different handling qualities. So you may feel comfortable with a particular stylus, and it may not match the needs of somebody else's.
So I mean, back in the day, I mean, there was before these fancy needles came out, I mean, there was a 500L and there was a 680EL, which I think was a standard needle, which was a standard club thing. Remember that thing had?
Yeah.
I mean, the 680 used to.
Okay.
I mean, used to smack your bass guns left, right, and center.
I also need to say that these things cost a lot of money nowadays. And
Okay.
I mean, some DJs would love to have a pair. But
Okay.
this,
Okay, which is the autophons.
no,
No,
I'm
the-
talking about
the
the
SL
turntable
the
itself.
turntables,
Yeah.
yes. Yes.
Even the 1210s or the normal Mark
Yes.
Mark 2s,
Yes.
it's expensive. I
Yes.
mean, I know there's a lot of DJs who would love to have a pair, but their pockets,
Yes.
it's gonna work. And especially the needle. I think the needles, it's becoming more expensive every day.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. Everyone would love to have a pair, but I started off playing with Pioneers PL. I think it's a 120s, 110s with a little round pitch.
Yes. Yes. I remember them. Yeah.
That pitch
Yes.
ran and you had to control it. So
Yes.
I
Yes.
started up, as I was saying in my earlier interview,
Yeah.
how I started with buying my SLs that I still have.
Yes.
House Zola and so on, and I had to put away and buy some. So
And obviously you still have those SLs, and then those are the ones that I'm actually refurbishing for you
Yeah.
now. And I gotta say to you that obviously the SL the SL 1200 Mark II is, I mean, I was chatting with somebody yesterday, and and in Japan there's something called ikigai, and ikigai is when you make something with perfection, whatever it is you're doing, whether you're drinking tea or whether etc. So as far as, and I was saying to somebody that the SL 1200 Mark II or the 1210 Mark II, that particular model or that of Technics turntable, it's made with ikigai, because I work on these things. When I take them apart, they're easy to work on, their parts are easy to replace, they're freely available. It's just, the thing's built like a tank, you know what I mean?
Like a tank.
And it will last you forever if you obviously look after it. But I mean, my personal preference is, I gotta say to you, that is the Audio Technica, I think it's an LP 1240. I mean, which is a tech that I'd really like to own. I must say that to you, because I mean, it's got good torque, and it's USB. It's got a lot of functions on that are current, because I use current technology as well.
Okay.
But I mean, I will just never get rid of my 1210s or my 1200s, which I have basically. So at the end of the day, and I agree with what you're saying, Mo. I mean, some guys are using Stantons out there and actually outplaying guys
Yes, absolutely.
that actually have Mark 7s, or even Mark 5Gs, for that matter. So, needle choice, yes, is it relevant? Again, what do you think? I mean, is it a preferred needle for you?
I've used a lot of needles so far, but I prefer the autophone.
Okay.
Clarity is
Yes.
everything. Clarity, bass, everything is there. So
Yes.
I couldn't
Yes.
find fault with those
Mo,
ones.
standard fan?
I'm probably gonna get clapped for saying this, but
Yes.
the 680 back in the day was
Yes.
like the nightclub standard, and
Yes.
it had the audio quality was exceptional.
Yes.
But the Stanton was actually a better needle,
Yes.
because it was a lot more versatile, especially
Yes.
like if you speak to a lot of the older hip hop DJs, man,
Yes.
and find out what their preference was.
Oh.
They'll tell you the 500 AL is what they prefer.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and then subsequent to the first 500s, Stanton released a 500 gold cartridge, man.
Okay.
I still
okay.
have one at home, which I use mainly for listening and recording.
Yes.
And the audio quality is much better than the sort of stock standard 500 AL.
Okay.
And I actually like that cartridge
Okay.
very much. I don't mind the autophons for general use.
Yes.
Like these green ones that you're using now.
Yes.
Because the sound quality is not bad at all.
Yes.
And then of course I like the Qbits.
Okay. Okay.
I mean, which are more for turntables.
They can take a beating. Yes.
They can take a beating, right? But if that's your game, then I would say that's a needle to consider.
I gotta
But
say.
sorry, I also like. I've discovered a couple of years
Yes.
back. I discovered the Grado cartridge, man.
Okay.
So Grado was
Never
more
heard of
audio. It was more audiophile stuff, but they
Yes.
actually have a DJ cartridge as well now,
Okay.
and the sound is absolutely amazing. I think it's
He's
a
talking
couple
about
of-
the ones that are using on the gramophones.
So nowhere in that discussion was there a Shure mentioned. I mean, I gotta say to you guys, I mean, the hip hop DJs, obviously, or the scratch DJs, they swear by the whether you're doing a digital version or whether you're doing the analog scratching. I mean, they swear by the Shure needles. I mean,
The Shure needles are
which is
good.
obviously discontinued now. So
Yeah, unfortunately they
Yeah.
are good, but I think the reason also that they suddenly seem so phenomenal is because for a while now, I mean, everybody's just been hooked onto the Autofont products.
Okay.
And a lot of the guys at the like our 90s cats, when they
Yes.
came into the game,
Yes.
they came into the game using Autofont.
Yes.
So they don't even know
Yes.
what it's like using, say, a Stanton. that we
Or a
used to
680
use.
or whatever. Yeah.
So
Because for me, that's the ultimate needle.
Yeah.
Is a 680. I mean, that thing you can park a brick on it and it will still
it'll
work.
still work.
you know, so-
I mean, I find that the Shure is actually very close to, very similar in many ways
in
to,
build
to,
quality.
to that 680. Yeah.
All right. Well, and then obviously, you know, the main thing is one of the other questions that I wanted to talk about was, or that I had in the week, and it was quite interesting because I wanted to chat on Vinyl Frontier Collectors with the guys about playing vinyl. I mean, these days, you know, people are obviously some guys. I mean, I got to respect everybody. You know, some guys are talking, or they speak about. Some guys are wanting to buy vinyl for the sake of buying vinyl. Some guys are buying records because they're collectors. Some guys are buying vinyl because they want to look like DJs. It's a big subject. You know, there's a lot of characters out there. And some guys are actually buying vinyl because they were actually there and they actually played those and they've maybe lost the record or it's been sold or etc. and they're recollecting it.
Yeah.
You know, my point is, guys, you know, if you're playing a record, okay, do you not agree with me that it should be played at zero pitch as far as possible? Because that's the song was recorded at zero pitch.
Yeah.
Okay, because I get some guys, they do a set and they're playing the music at +6, you know, or +5 or -6 or minus whatever, plus etc. You know. So I'm gonna let you guys answer that question. Okay, just after this break, we're gonna go for a 30-second break. Think about it. Okay, but there's a lot of characters out there. They're collecting vinyl for the sake of collecting vinyl, but do they actually understand how vinyl needs to be played? That's the question we're going to be asking. And we'll be right back after this break and a word from our sponsors. Thank you.
Now this dance, it started in the discos, where we all go.
Attention please, Suway Basali, reception, Suway Basali.
And not to frown. For those who came to pose, they get excellent nerves, cause we're dancing, dancing. Now to do this dance, it's so easy. You don't have to know how to boogie. You just shake and wave your hands in the air, and everybody says yo. So when you want to party, do a little la-di-da-di. That's the time when you know to do the dance dance. Yeah, to do the dance dance. Not the romance. So let me see you dance. 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 Like this. Shake, 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 shake. Shake, shake. Shake, shake. Put yourself in a trance. Raise your hands in the air,
Come on, raise the dance in here, come on.
in the air.
Lardy Dardy.
Raise your hands in the air.
Saturday night boogie night.
Raise your hands.
So that's right, SA Vinyl DJs on the app, SA Music Library. We live and direct onto your mobile device. Download the app from SA Music Library. Download the app from Google Play Store or Apple iStore. Catch us on the tab SA Vinyl DJs. Click on live video streaming, and that happens every Saturday afternoon at 4:30. And I also want to say to you, there's video on demand. You can watch previous episodes. Richie doing his thing prior, as well as Nigel Jacks. There were guys like Oscar that was on board, as well as Randall Matthews. I almost said Randall Abrams, you know that, because it's a triple A edition. I need to say that to you. So welcome back to the SA Vinyl DJs live podcast, and it's a triple A edition. We got Mr. Abrams, and Mr. Abrams in the house this afternoon. Obviously with my selector, Mo Khan, he's back. And guys, earlier on we were touching on a very sensitive subject there. How fast are you actually supposed to play records, Richie?
Are you talking about when you do the mixing? Or
Look,
just
when you're doing a
generally?
set, I mean, you
Yeah.
know, guy, I mean, really.
Okay.
So
Guilty. I'm guilty.
is it?
I don't know if you saw some
Okay.
of my mixes.
Okay,
I play around with the pitch
okay,
because I don't know if it's the type of music I'm playing,
yes.
but to get the mixing right, I have to play with the slide. So
Yes.
that is my
So do you have a tolerance limit? I mean, you know, like if you're playing a Hurley remix,
yeah.
for example, you know, do you have a tolerance limit that you where you don't go past when it starts sounding too fast?
Now
or
when
too
it
slow?
when it sounds too fast, you have to do something to the other turntable to make it sound like it's under the normal speed.
Mo, your thoughts?
Richie, just to comment on what Richie said about riding the pitch, man.
Yes.
We're not specifically talking about that. We're talking about, you know, when you for instance, when you're curating your set, man. Do you
Okay.
actually take note of the BPM range, man, so that you don't end up with having one track that needs to be pushed at -6 and the next track at +8, man. That sort of that sort of variation. Well, look, my take is this, man. The generally the song should be played as close as possible
To zero.
to zero. Yes.
Yes, I agree.
Right,
I
because
guilty. I agree.
because that's the speed at which the song was composed, and the
Yeah.
artist wanted you to enjoy the song at that particular BPM, right?
Yes.
Obviously, if we're throwing a mix and we need to blend beats, then there has to be an adjustment of the pitch, and but that pitch,
But
that
that's the
adjustment
question. That's
needs
the
to be
question,
managed,
guy. I mean,
effectively.
what's the
right?
limit?
It needs to be
if
managed
you're gonna
effectively.
blend,
Yeah.
Yeah.
It needs to be managed effectively. But then again,
because I've heard some guys play Sandy B at like 139 or
I mean,
something.
it sounds ridiculous.
And I mean, it sounds ridiculous. You know what I'm saying?
But then
Oh,
again, on you know, on the flip side of that, you know, the proper house cats, man,
Yes.
they like to push things at like -1, -2.
Okay, no, agreed. I mean, you know,
They like to slow
I have a
things down.
tolerance limit when I play a set or when I curate a set. Is I always tell myself I have to stay within from 0 to 2
Yeah.
or 0 to -2, so that
Okay.
I can play a certain set, basically. Say whether it's a Hurley or and I'll always curate maybe a Hurley, East Move, etc.
Yeah.
Or I'll curate a Todd Terry or that, you know, that kind of thing, Masters at Work, etc. etc. So I suppose it's personal choice, you know.
And
But-
then you know, strange as it may sound, man, and you will only understand this if you actually have records and you've played around with your stuff, man. Some things sound better when you slow it down, and others again.
We
when you speed
did
it
not
up.
say that on SA Vinyl DJs. Okay. Artists, we did not say that out there. Mo Khan must have let us say that. We say thank you, Mo Khan, for resigning from SA Vinyl DJs.
No, look, that's just a personal observation.
Okay.
And I know there are other guys. I'm not going to mention names.
Okay.
Who've also obviously sort of made the same observation because they've mentioned it as well, which is refreshing because it's not as if I'm heroic or something and I'm imagining things. So
All right. So it's a personal choice. So it's you know, obviously if there's a crowd in front of you and you're doing your thing, etc. I mean, you can't do so. So I would say, this is my thing.
Yeah.
I would say you can't do a 1:15 at 1 o'clock in the morning. You know, unless you're gonna break the set and then obviously you know, what you're going to bring the crowd back down, and then obviously, you know, etc. to sound like our friend, the great Superfly, you know what I mean, basically, you know, so because he'll come in and he'll just stop everything and do an intro, you know, and which I can respect, but the point is, if the crowd was just running at 125 and you come in, you do an intro and you do 90, I mean, are you doing justice to the guy that was there before you? You know what I mean? It's that kind of thing. So yes, there is a tolerance level for me. It's a personal choice. I would suggest that, you know, guys look into it. You know, some of the guys that are collecting records now that don't understand, we were there when the records actually were released, and I need to say to you guys, okay, there's a certain way that the music's got to be played as well. Do you agree with that?
No, absolutely.
You know, that that particular era has got to be played. I mean, you know, I heard a guy mix Debbie Gibson with Salif Keita. So I'm like, okay, listen, just do me a favor, just stop immediately, and then obviously go home, and then think about that and come back. Speak to me in a week. Take 2 and speak to me in a week.
I don't know if you heard, but the set I did now,
Yes,
I also jumped around because
yes.
I normally play the
Because
same-
you love Russell.
No,
No. Oh.
no, I'm talking about the music.
Yes. Okay.
I mean, okay, the music, but I
Yes.
mean the year, the era.
Yes.
Eras, yeah.
Yes.
I jumped around a bit
Correct.
because I was a bit in a hurry today. So I was
Okay.
just getting-
Okay. No.
Okay.
Fully understood.
But I'm saying, you'll see, I was playing around with the pitch a lot. That's why
Yes.
year of the music, I didn't have time to select. I just grabbed and came.
I also want to say to you guys, you know, so that brings me to my next question, okay, which is live sets on the net, live sets on Facebook, live sets on Instagram. You know, the guys are doing vinyl sets on Facebook Live, etc., which I can say to you is a big no-no, because it's huge copyright infringement that's happening, and at some point somebody's going to point a finger, etc. We don't subscribe to that. And the bottom line is, obviously, you're just going to get muted. You know, rather do something like a True TV, get your own app, like SA Music Library, subscribe to that, and then obviously do your live sets on there. But do you guys don't think it's a contradiction that the analog guys are doing live sets on a digital platform, and then screaming out loud and saying, "But vinyl is the way forward"? I mean, do you guys agree with that? Yes, no? I mean, is it maybe just a bunch of old guys like us that looking for attention? What is it? You know?
Look, it's we midway through 2019.
What, through your midlife crisis?
That was that.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't think anybody's gonna respond if you go and stand on the corner and hand out flyers to say I'm gonna be live. Can you imagine Pepe standing somewhere in Centurion?
I think he's doing it. I think he's doing it right now. He's standing on the corner saying, "I'm going to be live on Facebook with a flyer as well." Because there's quite a guys. You know, I said to Alroy, design a flyer for him. So yeah.
So the social media.
Yes.
I mean, the facility is there.
Yes.
And they're using. I think they're doing something right. They're using a decent facility.
Okay.
To showcase something which perhaps has gone a bit lost, and
Okay.
and they're kind of promoting the format.
Richie, you agree?
I agree.
And on that point, I got to say to you is, then it's up to the guys that know what they're doing to show the guys that don't know what they're doing what to do. Because I can tell you now, I mean, as many good guys as is out there, there's just a lot of bullshit as well. You know, guys that are trying to do their thing. And I mean, big ups to them that they're trying to play vinyl, etc., etc. But, you know, another DJ made a comment to me earlier on today where he said to me, if you're going to do that, then at least you got to know the music, know the records. You know, so that's the tip of the day actually on SA Vinyl DJs. And of course, on that bombshell, I want to say to you, we're going to announce that the Joburg chapter of SA Vinyl DJs has officially launched. Okay, they did their first recording last night. Obviously material will be exclusively available on SA Music Library, the app only, and will only feature on the YouTube channel 1 month after they've done their recordings due to editing and etc etc etc. But in the meantime, the first episode has been recorded for the Joburg chapter, and those guys are quite excited to get out there. For the boys from Durban, SA Vinyl DJs in Durban, those guys will only start recording at the end of September. Right now they're at Defected in Croatia. I say hi to Ravine. I know you're watching. I also say hi to my selector, DJ Vigen. He's also there, and as well as one or two of the other guys from Durban. They're all out there in Croatia, and they're doing their thing right now. Guys, can clubbing be revived in Cape Town then with vinyl? I mean, let's face it. I mean, if vinyl is the way forward, and look, if you're MP3 DJ, and I need to say that if you're playing on CDJs with a memory stick, I mean, very soon people are not gonna call you a DJ. A DJ is a guy that actually has records. So my point is, can clubbing be revived in Cape Town with vinyl?
I don't know
if enough artists record, obviously. So.
I don't know if revived is actually an appropriate word to use, because the scene is not dead. The scene is very much alive. There is an enormous amount happening.
Okay.
It may not be things that you
at the
and
Galaxy.
No. I
Oh,
don't
okay.
know.
No. Is that a no?
That's a no. I'm talking,
It was a trick question. I got him. Anyway,
No.
sorry, you were saying. Yes.
No. I think
yeah.
the club scene has evolved considerably since
Okay.
since the days of the heydays of the Galaxy.
Okay.
There's a lot happening everywhere, all over the city.
Yes.
And there are events where vinyl is being played.
Okay.
The one event in particular that I want to make mention of is Pierre Estienne's monthly event called Private Life.
Lovely days. That's wow. What an event.
I mean, that is probably one
The
of
music is class,
one
eh?
of the best nights that you can experience in the city, with like top class music.
Yes.
And they play all the formats. They play vinyl.
Yes.
They play CDs.
Yes.
They use memory sticks.
Yes. We don't use any of those words here. On this.
No, we don't. But I mean,
Yeah.
if it has to be mentioned, it has to be mentioned.
Yeah.
But what I mean, and maybe this is just my observation as
Yes.
a collector and as a selector.
Yes.
There's nothing unnatural about the way vinyl is being played there. They're not making a fuss about it.
Okay.
They're just doing their thing.
Okay.
And they do
Okay.
it
And
well.
it blends in perfect.
Blends in perfectly.
Okay.
So I've this week particularly, I spent a lot of time checking out what's happening internationally. And
Okay.
a lot of the big events like massive festivals have guys playing both a mixture of digital formats as well as vinyl, and then there are others that have special stages
Yes.
just for vinyl. And
Yes.
there's one that I came across, which wasn't just a vinyl stage; it was actually called a selector stage. So there was
Okay.
no limitation to
Yes.
the genre of music that was being played or the manner in which it was being
Okay,
played,
okay.
and it was extremely well received.
Okay.
So yes, if you mean, is there hope for vinyl being more being more prominently used
Yes.
as a medium?
Yes.
Yes, I think there is hope, but a big deterrent is probably acquisition of new music on vinyl, because at the moment you're kind of stuck between ordering from like Juno or Discogs or wherever else you
Okay,
can get it.
okay.
Whereas if there was a localized facility,
Okay. So I'm campaigning for country to put a set of turntables in the Galaxy, and then hopefully that will also, revive whatever needs to be done. So nevertheless, I want to say to you, vinyl is definitely making a comeback, because we know that obviously there's been a huge resurgence in sales. I think vinyls outsold MP3s last year. So obviously there's a definitely. I mean, Technics released the Mark 7. Pioneers making turntables, or the Technicas making people are getting back into the turntable business. Vinyl presses are reopening. All of those things. Even locally, South Africa. I mean, we in the back end of the world. Let's face it, down here we get the news 5 years later than anybody in Europe. And I got to say to you guys, I mean, believe it or not, I think there used to be a huge vinyl press in South Africa back in the day. If I recall, it was East London side or something
yes,
like that.
and then the other popular one, the big one that was used quite extensively was the one in Zimbabwe.
Zimbabwe, that's right, Zimbabwe. So my thing is that something just struck me, Mo. I mean, what's it, 17 trillion Zim dollars for a maxi?
It's about 20 cents.
Yeah, I gotta ask the guys. I gotta ask the guys at work, the Zimbabwe guys. I paid 17 trillion Zim dollars for this record. Anyway, so you know, I gotta say to you, vinyl's on the up, and if you're collecting vinyl out there, guys, do yourself a favor, okay? Don't just collect vinyl for the sake of collecting vinyl. You know, get the history of the record, get the history of the artist, support the artist going forward. Make sure that the records are well looked after. There's a certain way to store them. There's a certain way to play them. There's a certain way to actually curate vinyl. You know, all of those things come into play. And, you know, it's a great hobby to have. You know, it's not like stamp collecting. I need to say that to you, because that's what my daughter says to me all the time. Dad, it's just like stamp collecting. You know, you collect your record, and then you haven't opened Chico yet, and you know, how much is that worth? And I say 3,000 rand. You know what I mean? So the point is,
French Spider, if you're watching.
So I need to say to French Spider, yes, I have a sealed copy of Weekend Dance. Okay, you're welcome to make an offer, and then we know we'll chat about it.
We accept euros as well.
Yeah, we accept euros as well. And then obviously there are guys that are buying and selling. You know, like Ashraf Bey. You know, he's got a very good alternatives state media, I think, is his webpage. You know, like, support, etc. Have a look at his webpage, guys. You know, he's got some interesting taste. He's also got some interesting tips to follow. The Vinyl Frontier Collectors, obviously, you know, those guys are all experts on that group. You know, when it comes to vinyl, you know, there's guys that know quite a bit about vinyl because they collect quite a bit of vinyl. You know, I'd like to give a big shout out. Of course, the administrator of that particular, not show, but group on Facebook, Vinyl Frontier Collectors. Oliver Super DJ will be with us in 2 weeks from now. He'll be doing his set and chatting about his journey. And then obviously, as you know, next week, a special live appearance by DJ Fast Eddie will be in the house. He'll be right here at the Shadow Studios, and to share his story with us, spin some music, and then obviously chat to us on SA Vinyl DJs live on SA Music Library. And I need to say to you, Randall Matthews will be back with on the couch next week, you know, to come and obviously you know, give us his 50 cents as well. We want to say thank you very much to our resident DJ Richie Abrams for standing in for Russell, the Love Muscle, who took ill early on in this week. He'll be back with us. He sends his love and regards to all the listeners and all the viewers, and obviously especially to Mokan. He said, I know you were looking forward to that, but as soon as I'm better, he's going to be on SA Vinyl DJs. Just give us a date. Guys, thanks for joining us this afternoon. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching. Catch us live every Saturday afternoon at 4:30. Download the app, SA Music Library. You know, go to the SA Vinyl DJ section, click on live stream, and then obviously you can also watch the video on demand, which is all the episodes. And then I also want to say to you, like our YouTube channel, be a pal, ring the bell, you know, follow us, and then, you know, some of the episodes are on there as well, not as quickly. You know, we're still having that fight with YouTube. They're saying the music sounds better with you. I'm saying no, it sounds better with me. You know what I mean? So that's literally what it is. And then obviously, I want to encourage you guys, you know, keep the vinyl format alive, keep pushing it, keep making sure that you buy those records, that you support the artists out there, and make sure that you keep Cape Town culture alive by supporting the DJs that are actually spinning those tunes. From the Move with the Groove, until next week Saturday, I want to say thank you to my selector Mokan, who joined us late as usual. And of course, once again to Vinyl Richie, my brother, thank you very much. That was sterling,
Pleasure, man.
a
Anytime,
sterling
man.
set. And of course, my producer, DJ Noisy Boy, with us. It's a AAA edition today, right here on the SA Vinyl DJs. Cheers till next time. Be safe and drive safely, and make sure that you stick to the move with the groove.
Last time you'll hear the song, alright? The man is free tomorrow. This will be your last time. Sorry, Ahmad. Alright, I want you all to raise your hands and join them. Everybody, come on, raise your hands and join them. If you call yourself a comrade, you'll do so. And sing after me. I want you all to join your hands. This is the last time you hear this song, and the first time that it's legal. And sing. Free. All you people sitting down and standing over there, come on, I want you all to raise your right hand, come on. And we all sing along. Don't worry, he's coming to visit us. And so, everybody. I want you to say down there, Amandla Awetu, Amandla Awetu, Amandla Awetu. Come on. Everybody, come on. Everybody. Viva ANC. Alright, like I said, this is the last time you hear the song. And the first time it is legal. So we all sing along and say, I say, Amandla. So do not jazz on this, alright? sound of your hip house. Milli Vanilli, Mr. Musami. How are you?
I'm in love with you, girl, 'cause you're on my mind. You're the one I think about most every time. And when you crack a smile and everything you do, don't you understand, girl, this love is true. You're so sick of hearing long, sweet and thin. That kinda like a blessing up on your skin. It lightens up my day, and that's also true. Together we're one, separated we're two. To make it all mine is my desire. 'Cause you contain a quality that I admire. To put it plain and simple, you rule my world, so try to understand. I'm in love, girl. I'm so in love, girl. I'm just in love, girl. And this is true.
Girl, you know it's true.
I love you.
Special of Milli Vanilli.
Yes, you know it's true.
I love you. And thing, girl, I can't explain. My emotions start up when I hear your name. Maybe your sweet, sweet voice was ringing my ears. Stimulate my senses, girl, when you are near. And with your positive emotion, love, making and joy, that's no need to fuss. It's like a girl and a boy. These feelings I get, I often wondering why. So I thought I might discuss this, girl, just you and I. And this relationship, am I asking too much? And when you're tired, you can, you just don't trust. Just take a second to think what has to be done. I'll pop for you too, but girl, together we're one. Now what you wear, I don't care how you was it before. The reason that I like you, girl, is for what you are. If I say to think about it, you rule my world, so try to understand. I'm in love, girl. I'm so in love, girl. I'm just in love, girl. And this is true.
Girl, you
Yeah,
know
special welcome to
it's true.
Tasneem as well as Firio. Comes from Zunaid and Babe.
Yes, you know it's true.
I love you.
Here, dedication unto Sunday comes from Richard. He says we must have a fucking Joe like this again.